Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. It is December the 17th and just a couple weeks away from Christmas. And I'm coming to you live, hopefully to inspire you with some new projects. So if you're joining me live, say hi, give me some hearts, thumbs up, let me know you're here. Give me a comment. And hope everybody's doing well. Let me pull up my phone, see if anyone is here. Looks like Cassie, you might be with me. Hi, how are you? Can you see my awesome peacock? Thank you so much. Shout out to Cassie for giving me a special gift for Christmas. It's kind of hard to see. It is a beautiful stained glass piece that has a peacock in it. And it's sitting in some flowers. It's beautiful. I love it so much. So thank you for that again. It was a very special gift. So thanks so much. Okay, I wanted it to be able to kind of see over my shoulder instead of behind my head. So hopefully, hopefully I achieved that goal. Okay. So let me go ahead and get started. Just a couple of reminders that, so next week, right? Just a few days away is Christmas. And next Sunday, I will not be live. I'm going to take that Sunday off. I will be back on is it the 20, I have to look at the calendar. The 24th I'll be off, obviously. The 31st is New Year's Eve. I'm looking at my calendar here. And I will probably be live. So most people I know will probably catch it on the replay. But I'm going to go ahead and have my January Club Create next Sunday, the 31st. I'll be doing that. The deadline for my Club Create is January the 15th, so it will close then. And all registrations, anyone who has the registration in will get a kit. So there's that. Lots going on in January. There will be January 4th. January 4th is a Matthews class that I have. It's a card class every month. You can sign up on Matthews' website. January the 6th is going to be a kit class. This is all available on my website, jenscreativestampers.com. January 7th is a Sunday. We're having Stampin' Bingo. And then on January 11th, I also have my Indian Trail card class. That's every month. Again, that's available on Indian Trail's website to sign up. And then I am having on January the 20th is a Saturday. It's going to be from 10 to 3. It is my stamp camp. It's a spring fling stamp camp. It's going to be all the new product from the brand new mini, which actually launches on January the 4th. Lots of awesome projects. That's going to be really fun. So that is going live. That registration will be live after tonight's video that I posted. And I will blast that out on email also. And then lastly, in January, I have a kit class. It's called Vino and Valentine's on January 25, and that's going to be at Grapes Bistro and Wine Bar in Indian Trail. So lots of fun things going on as we kick off our brand new mini catalog. I have it up here. I won't grab it. Brand new mini catalog, which is all of our spring, Valentine's Day, lots of awesome products in there, and Celebration. It's a great time to join Celebration or join our team during Celebration just because of so many awesome things that are becoming available. And not only that, but just to go ahead and join my team. It's a great team. We have a lot going on, lots of great inspiration, and a really great place to get plugged in. So if you're looking for a home, for a craft, something to do, to get plugged in with some awesome ladies, whether you're local or across the country in the US, join our team. You're going to have a fun time. So there's lots of great incentives to go ahead and join now. So let me know if you're interested. Hi, Bev. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, I think those are all of the things that I had to get through before we start crafting. So tonight's going to be a little bit different. What I'm doing is we're going to do a really awesome box. I've never done this box before. It's a big box. It holds like 8 cards and 8 envelopes. So it's awesome. Going to do 2 different bags, and we're also going to do a card. So I will put you down. Let me try to find a place for my phone. My desk needs to be larger. I think that's my problem. Either that or I have too much stuff. Depends on who you talk to. Okay, so I've got you guys over here. I can see your comments. Thanks for the hearts. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Okay, so let me go ahead and point you down. I've got some product out on the table here. And let me know if you can still hear me. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Hearts, hearts, hearts. I love the hearts. Hopefully you guys can all hear me okay. Waiting for everyone to say yes or no. Sometimes we have issues with... Okay. Yay. Love it. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so what we are going to do first is, I'm going to move this up aside, up here. By the way, if you guys can see this, this right here, this mat is available to anyone who joins my team starting in January on the 4th. This is a glass mat. I've mentioned it before. It's awesome. It has all the grid marks on here, and you also get an awesome chamois. You get a white piece of it's like a rubber mat here. I don't have it right here, but it'll hold your ink and everything. It's great. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. And oh, also Robbie, hey, how are you doing, Robbie? I haven't seen you in forever. Okay, so this is something that's brand new. It's glass. It is actually, you cannot cut it. Even with your hobby knife, you cannot cut this. This is really awesome. So this is going to be available for new demonstrators starting January the 4th. So you'll want to make sure that you get this awesome product. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with a bag. It's just a half sheet of 12 by 12. I'm using this really awesome Designer Series paper. I really, really love this paper. So I'm using it up. Now, these projects tonight, you can use these for birthdays. You can use them for Christmas. They're applicable, obviously, for any occasion. So what we're going to do, we're going to start out, we're just going to cut the Designer Series paper in half. So it's going to be 6 by 12. Okay. And we are going to, I'm going to use my paper trimmer instead of my scoring, score pal. So we're going to score along. Let's see here. I've not done this before, so we will go through this together. So start it with a 6 by 12. I'm going to give you all the instructions. And then you are going to score along the long side. We are going to score at 4 1/4. Okay, pull our arm out. We're then going to score at 5 3/4. Okay, we're going to score at 10. And we're going to score, make sure you don't go too hard. I went a little too hard on that one. Then you're going to score lastly at 11 1/2. Okay, And then you're going to rotate it clockwise. I guess you're going this way if it's clockwise. And you're going to score along the 6-inch side at 1.5. So that is going to be right there. And that is essentially going to be the top of our bag. Okay. And then we're going to score on the other side. Let me make sure I get this back. Flip to the back side. So we did that. Now we're doing this. We're going to score this at 5. Everybody follow me? Kind of flipping the paper a little bit. So, okay. So essentially, if you can see on this paper, this 1.5-inch flap will be the top. The 5-inch down here will be the bottom. Okay. So let's go ahead and put our paper trimmer off to the side. Grab your scoring tool. I love these colors. Aren't they just so pretty? So we're actually going to score this down. Okay. And then back. Get it nice and burnished. And then you're going to burnish all your other edges as well. Okay. You guys know I like to try all different kinds of projects, and not always do I do the projects ahead of time. That's kind of not customary, I know, to most demonstrators, but super fun to try something new. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm going to make it so that this is on the outside and this is going to be my flap. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. Grab your paper snips, and what we're going to do is we are going to leave it. So I'm going to make it so you can see it better. I think you can see it better on this more solid side. So what we're going to do is actually we are going to cut this little small flap. We are going to actually cut that up, and we're going to miter it as well, just like we do on all of our other bags in our bags and our boxes that we do. Okay, so got that. We're also going to miter this tiny little flap on the top. Okay, and that'll make it so that it nests really well. It's just a slight little miter there. Okay, so this is what we have so far. This is the back side. This is going to be the inside of the box, or inside of the bag rather. Okay, let me make sure there's no other questions. You guys are still with me. Now what we're going to do is take the bottom of the bag, and we are going to miter these joints, these actual score marks, up to that score mark. Okay, do this one, and again we do this so that it comes together a lot easier and it's more neat, I think, on the kind of when it comes together. Okay, all right, and then we'll leave this one the way it is, just solid. Okay, all right, anybody have any questions? Does that look good? Everybody with me? So essentially what we have as we're looking on the outside of the bag is we're going to have this little flap here, which is a little bit different, but it makes it so that the bag comes together very, very nicely. It makes it just nice and meshed together, so it comes like this instead of, sometimes it's kind of wonky, you know how we do on our bags. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use some liquid adhesive. Let me make sure I'm doing this. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and do some liquid adhesive on this flap. Okay. And I'm going to lay this down so that it goes just, matches right up to that. Can you see it? Matches perfectly, actually. And then this little piece, this is where it's like really awesome. So this piece actually tucks underneath. Is that cool? and it makes it like a really nice and nice finish. And I'm just putting a little bit of, you saw I kind of gooped it a little bit. Don't do that. Use your baby wipe or something to go ahead and get that extra off if you do what I did. It's all good. We're just making it together. Hopefully you guys are making it. Anybody out there making it? Let me know if you are. Okay, I made a nice latte before I came up here. Okay, so there is our bag that's actually put together. And you see the shape of it, and isn't it stinking cute? So there's the top. You don't have to glue the other sides, okay, or the other sides of the flap. All right, and I am going to, I like the inside to be finished to where it is, you look inside and it looks very clean. Other people don't really care. So I do the large flap first, and then the small flaps. And then I'm going to lay the other large flap over top. Give it a nice finished look. Let me get this out here. So again, this makes like a really cute gift bag. And it just uses a half piece of Designer Series paper, which I love it. And there you have your box. Or your bag. Sorry, box bag. Isn't that cute? I love it. You guys like that one? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cap on. I'm actually going to take my glue and on this blunt side and actually push it down. So you can use this for anything, right? You can do some of that like raffia kind of stuff you get from the Dollar Tree or whatever and stick in there. You can do little lotions. You can do fun little ribbons for like retreats or whatever. It just fits so well. You can do candy. You can do all kinds of things. You can do stocking stuffers. Put little fun things in there and actually stick it down in a stocking. So that is, that's our first project. All right. So I'll put that off to the side. Okay, now the second one that I'm going to do is, let's see. I think we're going to make, let's make another bag. And this bag is going to be using, it's a much larger bag. So we're going to use 2 pieces of 12 by 12, okay? And some of you have seen this bag before. I love it, and I use it all the time. So on the one side at the top, so if you have a directional like this is, I obviously want this to be my top. So I'm going to score this one at 1 inch. And then I'm going to score 3 sides at 3 inches. Not too hard. All the way around. 3 inches. And 3 inches. Okay. And then do the same thing on the other one. So 1 inch at the top. Makes a really, really, really awesome Christmas gift bag. And all of us are wrapping our gifts. I know I was just doing a ton of gift wrapping earlier today. I'm like, I could use a few gift bags. So why don't I do my live on gift bags and gift boxes? Sounds like a great idea. I'm sure everybody's doing what I'm doing. Okay. So now that we have that, we can get our paper trimmer out of the way. And again, we're going to go ahead and burnish these score marks. All right. And get those all burnish. Did I not do this side? I did. I just didn't see it. Okay. So we got that. Now this will be my top, so I'm going to burnish this back the other way as well. Okay. And then we'll do the other one. You guys been having a good weekend? Oh yes, Cassie, I'm so glad you love it. Anybody who gets this is like, yeah, it's really awesome. It just makes for a cleaner work surface too, doesn't it? I haven't seen the training videos on how best to do your lighting, so I probably need to figure that out. Maybe even find a way to just lighten it up in the camera. I'm not really sure. So I'll figure that out probably later tonight, because I have not had a chance to look at that. Okay, so there's that. Now what we're going to do, so you can already see our box is or our bag rather is coming together very nicely. And what we should probably do is cut this at the sides. So you can cut it, I'm going to turn it on the inside so we can see it better. So you're just going to cut this on the two sides of your bag on each of the pieces. All right. And then that would fold up, right? So you can see how that comes together. And this one will be the exact same way. Turn it on the inside. And this one. Okay. So there we go. Make sure that gets good and laid down. Okay, so going to glue these flaps. Right, so one of them is going to go like this. Hopefully you guys can see that. Sorry, I was out of the view. All right. So there's that. I'm going to also do this one. Okay, I love using my liquid glue just because for me it's really easy because it gives me that extra time to get these flaps and pieces and, you know, kind of lined up. Other people don't really like it that well, so if you'd rather like Seal Plus, that's fine too. That works just as well. So then we're going to go to the other side. So one's the front, one's the back. You're going to do exactly the same thing. And then we'll actually put these together. Oops, come back here. Just a really pretty gift bag. Again, beautiful designer series paper. If you guys are joining, say hi. Let us know you're watching. Okay. Perfect time of year to need them, that's for sure. I don't even know how much a gift bag is. Do you guys know? You guys bought a gift bag lately? I know people give us gift bags all the time, but I just prefer the ones that we make. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is essentially we're going to put the bags together, right? So we're going to actually tuck them in so that it hides that imperfection. So you have to decide kind of, you know, what is the front, which is the back. But this is the bag that you're making. Isn't it huge? It's so nice and so big and so easy to put together. So let me pull this apart. A couple of tips. So I have made a lot of these. Hey Robin, how are you? I have made a lot of these gift bags, and they never come together perfectly, right? So you're scoring, you're cutting, you're mitering your edges and your flaps and things. But what I've learned is in order to get a nice looking edge, you fit it inside like so. Let me just put a little adhesive on the inside. Okay. And on the inside of this one, I can already see here, I probably should have mitered this edge a little bit. That way it kind of comes together better. Oops, I'm cutting the actual bag. That's why a lot of times you'll miter the edges. That's the reason. That actually makes it come together much, much better. Okay, so might need another adhesive here too. I get the edges, which is important, right? You want to glue it down the edges, especially the outer edges, so the seams don't really show that much. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to get this inside. Again, sorry, my glue is running out. Let me get another one. Drives you crazy, doesn't it? Just like, come on. All right, so I got the edge really well. And y'all who are just joining us, so we're doing, we already did one little gift bag, doing this larger gift bag, and then we're gonna do a box and a card. So, okay, so this is my outer. Obviously, I've got the adhesive on there. Now for this, I'm going to wrap my, just make sure you can see it. Try to get it for you to see it. Okay, these little lips here, I'm going to get this to go on the outside of the, oops, just got that all over my fingers. So I'm grabbing this, can you see it? With those tabs there. Get that, fit it inside of the tabs. Shove it all the way down in there. Why is it whenever you're on a live, it just doesn't come together like it does when you're not? It's always the case, but it's okay. We got it. Okay, so there we go. So see how that came together so much easier on these two sides? So literally, you can go ahead and glue this down if you want, just on the edge. Give it a minute and hold it. And on this side. Okay, I'm going to take the base of my glue and I'm going to press inside on all four corners. Yes, Robin, I'm doing awesome too. Thank you. It's good to see you tonight. And you're just going to make sure that all of those edges kind of come together, right? And voila. That is our large gift bag. And this is huge. It's like so big. Can you see down in there? Whoa. I love it. So you've got where the seams actually come together. This is the back. This is the front. What we're going to do, let me grab something here because it's part of our project tonight. I didn't grab it before. Let's see, where's it at? Got a lot of these. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our clear envelopes and I'm going to actually adhere that like this and find my, I think I have some tear and tape here somewhere. I've been doing all kinds of crafting. Anybody get their paper pumpkin for December? Anybody love it? Obsess about it? Want more of them? Me! I love it. I think it's beautiful. So I was downstairs with my son and he wanted me to craft downstairs, not upstairs. So I said, okay, I can do that. So what we're gonna do is put this here. And where's that edge at again? So I had everything in my little toolbox here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put that aside for a memento. And I'm gonna show you another project. It's a really cool card. This was my mock-up for my card. So we're gonna kind of put that on pause. This will go with it. So this is a super fun card. It's an easy fun fold actually, but it opens up like this. So it's like a diagonal kind of card. And it's very easy. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it. Okie dokies. So, and I want it to coordinate with our bag also. So, what we're doing, we are going to start out with some directions. Let me pull them out. Let's see here what I have. I have a lot of stuff here with me. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we are starting out with a piece of coordinating cardstock, right? So you can make this into like a coordination between the bag and the card, or just do the card separate. I love this card. And it's really, it looks hard. It's really not. So we're going to take a half a piece of basic white. All right. That is 5.5 by 5.5 by 8.5. And then we are going to score it at 4 1/4, just like a standard card base, right? And then we're going to fold it in half. You can burnish it. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take a pencil, and you've got your bind here, right? So you've got your burnished edge there. You are going to go to the, so here's the top. This is the top of the card. This is the spine, or the score mark, right? You're going to mark an edge at the, or mark a tick mark at 2 inches, which is right in between, right in that our track. Okay, so that's our 2-inch mark. Then we're going to turn it around and we're going to do the same thing, but now since we've turned it around, it's going to be at the bottom. Okay, so what you've got is a tick mark here and you have a tick mark here. Can you guys see that? And when you open it up, it looks like this, like a standard card. But what you're going to do is you're going to take it and line those 2 tick marks up in the track. You're going to put your cutting blade in the middle. Okay, make sure it's good and secure. You're going to cut up and cut down. All right, so you're cutting the card in half in the basic white. Not thick, just basic, okay? And then you can go ahead and erase your little tick marks. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. So we'll take this and we'll move it aside. Now what we're going to do is take our coordinating cardstock, and we're going to do this at 4 1/4 full card base, 4 1/4 by 5.5. All right. Put that off to the side. And we are going to line this up and glue it down. So it's going to open up like this. Okay. Before we do that, I'm also going to, before I ditch my cutter here, I'm going to cut this to be 4. I want it to have a border, 4 inches by 5 1/4. I think we can push that off to the side there, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lay this out so that I can see how it's going to lay, right? So you've got your white around here. Now, this is just, it's not perfection. It's just, I'm just going to pull this up a little bit, keeping it straight and even on the sides. And I'm going to hold it together. And I'm just going to flip it over. And I'm going to cut my Designer Series paper along that same edge. Uh-oh. Make sure I didn't move it. And cut it. Again, not perfection. It's just, we're just aligning it as well as we can. And then you can adhere that down. Okay. And it should be pretty close, which I think we did pretty good. Okay. And now I'm going to glue down my basic white, the diagonal, and it's even on the bottom of my Lost Lagoon. Okay, so it kind of gives you like an illusion like it's, the whole thing is like at a diagonal. All right, and then what we'll do is we're going to line this back up here. And I'm going to overlap this just slightly to get that to go inside. Okay, so I'm going to use the whole DSP piece. My friend Julie, I was inspired by her. She did a project a long time ago, and I was looking for something fun and different, and I thought, you know what, that would be a really cool card. Let me just do that. So, voila. So we're actually covering up over that border there, right? And it looks like it is like a pocket almost, right? It kind of looks really cool, very different. Okay, so there you have that. And then what we're going to do is I am going to take my cutter and let me see, I'm going to cut this into probably 3 inches and I'm going to layer that over. So this is going to be a 3 by 4 1/4, right? Just so everybody's with me. And then what I can do is just use some of the DSP. I'll just do an inch. It should be like, let's do 1 1/4. And that way it'll fit right inside of that piece on the front, the focal piece, front focal layer, like that. It's pretty, isn't it? And then literally I'm just going to add some glue to it, and then I can lay this down. I love it with the Lost Lagoon. That is so pretty. So pretty. And then I have some dimensionals here. I'm just going to use like 3 or 4 of them. Lay this down. Okay. Center that. And then bring my very favorite ribbon in. And I'm going to tie a bow here. Are y'all happy this ribbon carried over? I'm ecstatic. I love it. I love the bling. I love the shine and the sparkle. Okay, so then we have this pretty little sparkly bow. Okay, and then I'll just cut that off of the bolt. Cut that down to size. We have that. Now I did ahead of time, I actually cut out some of our nested essential dyes. I like those a lot, and they're really easy to, you know, to use, and they go with everything. So I'm going to also bring in these layering leaves, and I'm going to do So Happy to Celebrate You. I think that'll fit. Yes, it does very well indeed. I'm going to use some, let's do the green. Let's do the garden green. I think that would look cool. Okay. And put that here. Give it some firm pressure. Ooh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Okay. It's a juicy pad. I just got a new garden green. You can tell it for sure. Any questions so far? Everybody with me? And then you can literally just put that right on there. Get these 4. If you don't want the ribbon so high, you can actually put it, yes, love the colors. So do I, Cassie. Love these. This is one of your favorite papers, isn't it? I know you've loved this. I remember when I did my, what was it, Club Create or something. I know you're really excited about that. It's gorgeous. There we go. So literally just lay that down. When you open it up, they have their card. Yay. Okay, so now that we have our card, again, staying with the very same suite, we bring our bag back, right? And the colors are all matching. So I have our Stampin' Up! Clear medium envelopes, and these are awesome. You get 50 in a pack. They're really great. And I use them a lot just like this to go ahead and actually get this to, you might have to like press it down with your fingernail to kind of get it to separate from the paper or from the adhesive. Do the same thing here. Let's see, like that. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to adhere it down so that the open, so the flap will literally fold behind, right? And you can go ahead and use it as a fun gift bag with a matching card. And then it actually, you fold it back like this. Like that. And that is your awesome, very large gift bag and your really cool card. So I love how the blue actually matches with that. Isn't that pretty? So that is our second and third project. And then, do you guys like that? Which one do you like better? You like this one or you like this one? There's the size. Look at the size differences. So cool. And it's all in the same suite. I love that. Got that and that. So fun. Love that. Okay, now we have another project. It's going to be an awesome box. I've never made this box before. So, I don't know, maybe you guys have all made this before. So, let me go ahead and grab the pieces here. And I've cut these pieces out to do this with, and I'm going to do the garden green as the base. I'm going to do the Moody Mauve as the top. And let me see how this all turns out. Like the first paper, but larger size. Yeah. So it matches perfectly, right? Yeah. You can't see what I'm doing. Yes, I agree. The only thing is with this very large bag, you have to have 2 of the 12 by 12. So that's the only thing. You have to make sure in your pack you have that all left. And then the other thing I was going to mention about that card, you actually have the other part of that card. So you could actually flip it over and do another card to go with that. So as you can tell, I've got 2. I've done 2 different ones. So there's that. So you have extras to do more. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the box base. I'm going to move this Moody Mauve out of the way. This is going to be an 8.5 by 9 7/8. So we already know that's 8.5 on the top. I'm going to do 9 7/8, which is 2 little tick marks from the 10. Yep, that's right. Just double checking myself. Score at 1 inch and 2 inches on all sides. I can do that. Get your cutting blade out of the way. 1 inch. Flip it around. And 2 inches. 1 inch. And 2 inch. Keep doing it on all 4 sides. Okay. Here's this one. Okay, so there's that. And then the lid is going to be 7 1/16 and a smidge. 1/16 of an inch you can go. By 8 7/16. So those of you who love math, this is your friend, right? So 7 1/16. A 16th is 1 little tick mark on the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, okay? And the thing about it is you always want it, the lid needs to be a little bit larger than the base. So you can do one of 2 things. One, again, do the little smidge larger in the top when you're measuring it. Or, and that would be on 2 sides, okay? Or you could actually cut down this just a little bit on 2 sides, so sharing a corner. So you could do like cut this down a little bit before you scored it, cut this down a little bit, cut that down a little bit. If a 16th is a little bit, that's 1/16. Or like this one is 1/16 larger, or like a little plus. So let's see how it all comes together. Let's just do this. All right. So 7 1/16. Let me see. Should I do it the other way? And 8 7/16. Let's just do it like this. 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think we got it. And then we're going to score this box lid at 5/8 and 1 1/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 and 1 1/4. Oops, let me get that back. Lock it in place. Okay. And now we're going to do it again. 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. And 1 1/4. You notice how I'm locking it down each time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want it to shift. Okay. And 1 1/4. We'll do that one more side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys have to count it out like me. If I don't, I will just like, psh, my brain goes in another direction. And I'm like, oh, was that 7/16? No, that wasn't 7/16. And I screwed it up again. Bev, you know me. Remember we were doing 16ths and 8ths and all the things? So fun. Okay, so now what I need to do is, so my lid here needs to be, let me double check these, both going to be exactly the same. Okay, so I'm going to get my little paper snips and I'm going to go to town. So it's the same, top and bottom, right? Everybody with me? Okay, so we are going to cut up on the end. This is the top, this will be the bottom. We're going to make it. And we're going to cut up to the second score line and over to the first score line. Got me? Okay. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. On the inside, cut up to the second score line. And I'm going to cut over to the first score line. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, first of all, cut this off, this outer piece. I can cut that off. And then I'm going to leave this little flap. You see that so far? It kind of looks like stair steps. And this is cut, okay? So you got me? So again, I'm going to cut this off. And then I'm going to take this one down. Okay, so I got this little flap again. All right, and now I can go ahead and miter this. Miter this. I think it's easier to cut it and then you can miter it, because then you can actually see how it all comes together and kind of what's what. So take it in steps. Okay. Get that frayed edge. And then we're also going to miter these two sides as well. All right. So that is the one side. Now we're going to turn it. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. So we're going to start on the inside. We're going to go all the way up to the second score line. The outside, we're going to come up to the first. We're going to cut off that outside piece and cut this flap off. Do the same thing here. Go up to the second. Go to the first, cut the outside, and then the one. Now we're going to miter so it all comes together really nicely. Okay, we're going to miter the other side. Okay. All right. Everybody still with me? Awesome. Possum. Good stuff. Sometimes boxes can be intimidating, I feel like. But they're easy. Once you get them, like, they're easy. Just kind of, if you get a good PDF, stick with it, right? I like to try different things. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, this is a nice box because it actually hides a lot of those, like these little flaps here. So I'm going to actually put glue on the outside of these flaps. All right, and I'm going to glue them to the inside, matching that up here. All right, just hold it so that it sticks. I didn't burnish these. Sticky glue. My finger. So you want to make sure that your corners all match up really well, right? And hold it so that it does. And do the same on the other side. And we got this one. I'm gonna hold it here so that it keeps it good and tight. Good and tight. And for all of those of you who are on my team, I will post these directions on our team page here. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow, so that you guys have it. It's a really cool box that you can go ahead and do for the holidays. Okay, I think that feels like it's set. Okay, so now what you have is a lot of little pieces that you want to clean up. Now you're basically just going to take the top and the bottom and the sides. Actually, I need to glue these down. I didn't think I needed to glue them down. I think I do. Because basically, well, let me get my bone folder. Oh yeah, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Let's try it together. Okay. We're just sticking that down in there. Yeah, it needs to be. All right, well, phooey. Okay, so let me just do a little bit of adhesive along this edge here and along these two. And then just put that down. Just gonna hold it. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. Do the same thing here. That edge. That edge. Get that other flap out of the way. So what it's doing is it's covering up all of our little flaps, which is cool. Okay. Ends up being, it looks like a really nicely finished box. I love that. Okay. Everybody have their Christmas shopping done? Yes, it will look really nice and clean on the inside. You're right, Cassie. You can even take your bone folder and just go along the inside as it's drying. That would help it too. All right. Oh, this one already got glued. Shows you how it needs to have that reinforcement. Okay. Again, this is our lid. I didn't do a lot of adhesive, just a little bit. Definitely don't want this thing gooped up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, are you guys done Christmas shopping? Does anybody have gifts still to get? This is the 17th, so it's getting close. Some people like to shop last minute though. Isn't that good? That looks really nice. It's a nicely finished lid, in my opinion. Cool. Awesome. We're going to decorate that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and do the same thing to this box bottom. Now you can see the bottom has much deeper wells to hold those 8 to 12 boxes, which is super cool. Or 8 to 12 cards, not boxes. All right, so let me refer back. I'm going to cut this completely off. Right, and cut this flap off. There we go. Do the same thing here. Go all the way up on the inside. Go up to the first score line. And am I doing that right? Yes. Cut this off. And then cut this off. Cool. Miter. Miter, miter, miter. All these little joints here. Okay. Trying to stay accurate here on my cutting. That way I'm not taking too much off and certainly not going up on the second one here. And then only the first one here. Cut this off. Cut this off. Okay. Again, I'm going to be doing my Club Create projects on the 31st of January. So it's going to be New Year's Eve. I'm still going to come live on 7 o'clock. Consistency. That way everybody knows where to find me, how to find me. I will be here. So I'm going to go ahead and post those projects, and Club Create is a monthly subscription. It's $38. You get about $20 to $25 worth of product included, PDF, as well as the shipping to your door. So super awesome, and you'll be able to make 2 of each of the cards, and there's usually 3 or 4 of those. Did I do that right? Yeah. Kind of looked wonky for a moment. It is kind of wonky. I don't know. Maybe I didn't cut that straight enough. And anyway, Club Create's really fun, really awesome. Great way to get some awesome products and some ideas at your doorstep. You don't have to do anything except have fun and put it together. You said January 31st. Oh, yes, Beverly. Thank you. I mean December 31st. It's New Year's Eve. I'll be doing my live at 7 o'clock. So, for those of you party animals, you will see me later in the week. I'm sure not on January 1st, but I will be right here doing my little live, having my little fun, hoping to inspire you guys. So the link will be also on Facebook. You can sign up. And it's also on my website on jenscreativestampers.com. So that's a monthly subscription until you cancel. It's a PayPal link, and it will go ahead and renew each month until you cancel it or pause it. There's no contract or anything like that. So that's a fun way to get it into your hands and to your door. Okay, so here we go again. We got it all cut out, right? Let's see how this happens. Hopefully this is a really good outcome. Hope I didn't screw anything up. Keep all of my edges very, very tight. Make sure that I am getting everything exact. First time you make a project, you're kind of like, how's it going to turn out? Okay. But I know this will be good. All right, so there's that. And then we're going to also do the inside flaps for this one. Okay. Are you guys traveling for the holidays or are you staying home? Cassie, I'm done shopping and all wrapped except my boys' gifts. Wow. I want to be like you. I am not there yet. I just started making out my Christmas cards today. I did do a lot of wrapping earlier today, which that is good. I wasn't going to do that till like closer to Christmas, but staying home. Yay, that's my favorite, especially at the holidays. We're going to go see my sister. We're all so excited to get together again. With all the things that has happened in our family with my dad passing this year, we just thought it would be a good idea to have a change of scenery. It would be a good thing. So that's what we're doing. All right, so I'm gluing down these awesome sides. Okay, and again, just putting a little bit of, you can fold these things back just so you can have better access to them. Just a little bead of adhesive. Hold that. Okay. Okay. This one I can tell I didn't cut it exactly right, so it is a little bit tight. Just use my bone folder to reinforce that. And let's see. Okay. I sure hope my lid fits over my box. That's all I've got to say about that. If it doesn't, I don't know what I'm going to do. That looks awfully nice. Even if it doesn't fit, that's a nice looking box bottom. I just have to say that. Okay. Here's where the magic happens, or it's a flop. Which one? Perfect, y'all. Look at that. It is so nice and tight. That is an awesome box. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Okay, there's the box. Yay. All right, so all looks good there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate our top. Yay. Don't you love it when a good thing comes together? I know, I sure do. Okay, so I'm going to add, I have the Misty Moonlight. Actually, this goes on the bottom. No, it doesn't. Let's see. How did I cut it? I did it so it's a really fine border. Misty Moonlight is on the bottom. Basic White is the middle layer. Isn't that pretty? And then I've got this gorgeous piece, probably my favorite piece in the whole pack. I love it. I love it so much. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay this down and glue it. I'm a little excited about that, aren't I? Okay. Put this down here. And then, of course, you guys know I have to bling it up. Okay. So there is that. Let's see here. We are going to use, where did I put them? I went ahead and did some of these die cutting out of the Nested Essentials dies. I'm going to use that. It's pretty. So, so pretty. Hi, Judy. Good to see you. I think I need to get Moody Moth ink and stamp that. So I will do this in Moody Moth. And because we just made this really cool box, Judy. Let me show you the inside. I was impressed with myself even just gonna say it. It's a super awesome box. The inside, how it wraps all in together. And it's like it's a 1-inch deep box. So great for cards. You can do 8 to 12 cards in here with envelopes. So it's pretty cool. And we're using this really awesome Designer Series paper that we are using up for the winter season. All right, here's my stamp set. I was looking to see like which one do we want to do? Something. I don't know. Maybe just like sending hugs. I love that stamp. We do that. I'm gonna load my block up there. Okay. Do that. And then I'm also going to use some of the other stamps in this set. In my garden green. You guys notice I stamped on my glass. What's so wonderful about the glass is it just wipes right up. The little squeaky. Got some adhesive on there too. Cleans really well, very easily. Voila, and you're done. So what I'm going to do here is grab my other, let's see here, which other one? Maybe this one. I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to see how it works on this glass. I'm just going to test the mat out. So if I stamp off on this, how's it going to look? Let me see. And stamp that. Interesting. Let me just try it. I'm just going to go for the gusto. Cool. All right, I'm going to add it. I'm going to stamp off once, twice. I think I stamped off 3 times, didn't I? Okay. There we go. Another way you can use your awesome mat, y'all. Don't forget to wipe it up because you'll get that all over your paper and that would be bad. There you go. All right, she's clean. That's great. I love it. So, I'll get the Moody Mauve out of the way too. So, let me do this. Pull out my really pretty ribbon. And maybe I just leave it tied like this. Oops, wasn't what I wanted. Let me just cut that off there. I'm going to cut this off here. Hold that still. And let me grab my, I'm going to get a larger glue dot here. I'm going to like ball that up. Okay. So just super simple, right? This is going to be on the top of our box. Let me just tie it in a knot. Underneath there. Is that going to work? So what I want is for it to stick out like so. Isn't that pretty? Something a little bit different. I'm going to put it up on dimensionals too, that way that little knot doesn't get in the way. Okay. Hopefully that lays okay. Love that. Okay, and I'm going to pop this baby up too. All right. Just lay that right over top. Okay, and there is our box. Let me find some really pretty, I'm going to do the iridescent. I just love those. And lay these out. Oops. Yeah, I can share the, Judy, I can share the PDF with you as well. I'm going to post it for my, my team members. So this is the finished box. What do you guys think? You like it? And let's see how well it's nice and tight. I'll tell you that much. So you can put like, let me see, I have a bunch of these awesome calendars that I did. They're really thick. Have you guys seen this? Getting ready to post this for January as well. Super fun. So I'm going to take some of, oh, these are too big. Try again. Let's see. I'm trying to find a stack of cards that I have to show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 cards. Look at that. That is awesome. And put those in there, and it's so nice and tight. I love that. That's a great box. Cool. So there's that. This was our first project, which was a half of piece of Designer Series paper, 6 by 12. And again, that was fun. I'm going to actually add some of these really cool rhinestones to this also. Why not? And then I'll do a little one over here somewhere. There we go. So there's that little bling on that one. And then the other project that we did was a card and a bag. And it's a big bag and it coordinates. So you've got this huge, nice bag that is, oh my goodness, it's really big. Let's see how tall it is. It is 8 inches by 6 inches by 3 inches deep. And you have the matching card that goes inside, which we did as a fun fold. It's a really fun diagonal card. And you open it up and you don't even have to add more weight because it's already there. So again, you can just stick that right down in that cool clear envelope. And then whenever you go to give it, you will actually unseal that and seal it down the back so that it lays flat and it matches. And you just put some really pretty raffia or tissue paper or whatever inside of there. But look how big and awesome that is. So again, I hope that y'all have enjoyed these projects. And where's my mouse? It's gone. It's lost in the abyss of the craft things. But I hope that you have enjoyed this. I've enjoyed coming to you live tonight and showing you and sharing these new projects with you. It's always a wait and see, right? Tonight I did not create any of these projects. Well, I did create the card before we started, but it's always fun to try something new together. So I love that. Thank you for joining me. Merry Christmas to all of y'all. If you don't join me back on New Year's Eve, I hope you have a very happy New Year's. And again, New Year's Eve, I will be coming live at 7 o'clock to demonstrate my January Club Create. So you will see that when you tune back in if you don't join me live. So have a wonderful time with your families. Enjoy this time off. Take some time for you. And I look forward to the new year kicking off Celebration and the brand new mini. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great product, and a lot of new projects coming your way. Take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye.